Alright, so I broke down the family members of Texas Chainsaw Massacre in the last video. Now let's break down the victims, which there are also 5 of to start off with in the game. Unlike the family members, the victims actually have 5 attributes to determine who they are, not just 3. Let's quickly start off with the first one, and then once we get down to the attributes, I'll start breaking down what those mean, and then we'll go on to their abilities and all that stuff. Alright, let's start off with the victim number 1, Anna Flores. 5'4", 105 pounds, 18 years old. Uvalde, Texas, and her ability is Pain is Nothing, which we will go over after I read her description. Anna is fiercely motivated by the disappearance of her sister and a natural leader of the group. Determination and sheer willpower are her strongest suits, and she'll need every ounce of her resilience to endure. Her toughness rating is the highest of the victims, a direct reflection of her strengthened resolve. Her ability, appropriately named Pain is Nothing, reduces incoming damage from attacks and falls. It also grants immunity to the effects of poison. Oh, so okay. That's actually kind of crazy. So just a direct counter to Sissy. If you watched my killer breakdown video. Sissy is the one that can affect people with poison. But that's her special ability, so she has to use it to counteract the poison. I'm pretty sure it's not just a passive. But that's kind of crazy, just having a complete direct counter to a killer right there. I don't know if I like that completely, but we'll see how it works in game. I do like how the toughness is the highest on a girl character. I think that's really cool to see. And almost every game they give that to a male character, especially if it's like a jock or something. So I think it's really cool that Anna here is the toughest of everyone in the game. I like that. Alright, let's go over her special ability, Pain is Nothing, really quickly. Alright, her appropriately named ability, Pain is Nothing, significantly reduces the damage she'll take from attacks and falls, like jumping out windows. Her additional buff is a temporary immunity to the effects of any poison, so it kind of already went over that in her description. Also, before we get into everyone else, all of these abilities can be further tweaked and tuned in the breakout section of the metagame skill trees. Players can open up the ability panel from within the main skill tree and add earned points to either speed up the cooldown timings, buff the ability effects, or change key parameters of the ability and how it functions. All of that will be detailed in a future hub post. So yeah, apparently the skill trees and perks and everything affect your abilities and your attributes a ton in this game. Now, I don't know if that actually means you can like make a certain character be tougher than Anna by using some perks that make your attributes higher. But then, of course, you can put those same things on Anna and make her the absolute toughest in the entire game because she already has the highest meter. We're going to have to see how skill trees, perks, and all that stuff affect the gameplay and the balancing and all that in the future. But cool, really cool ability. So she just kind of like gains a bunch of armor instantly. That's nice. And it says from jumping out windows too, falls. So you can just activate that ability and then just jump out a window, completely be immune to the fall damage. I like that a lot. Alright, but let's go over attributes before we jump into all the other characters first, just so you understand what you're looking at when I go over toughness, endurance, strength, proficiency, and stealth, because there's a lot to go over. So character stats are broken out into 5 main attribute categories: toughness, endurance, strength, proficiency, and stealth. And while each victim has a base value for each attribute, these values can be tweaked by way of the metagame and that victim's unique skill tree. Stashed among the various perks within the skill tree unlocks our attribute unlock points. Snagging one of those will award a point that can be used to raise the value of any attribute the player chooses. Also, all of this works on the family side as well. This is just one of the options players can use to build their victim's loadout in unique ways. Of course, the base values play an important role in this, as pumping up a low base value will cost more attribute points, unlock points, than leaning into a specific victim's strong suits. More on the full metagame later. For now, let's cover what these attributes really are. And I'm guessing the skill tree and attribute points, that all reminds me a lot of Evil Dead, the game, if you've seen gameplay of that. There's huge sideways skill trees and you put points into each one and eventually you make it to the end. And you have like 60 or 70 skill points to put in the entire thing. But it can never be fully filled out, which is good. You have to like build it in your own branches. I'm guessing that is exactly how this game is going to work, but I don't know. Whenever that comes, I will cover it here on the channel, so turn on notifications, subscribe, leave a like, do all that. I'll be here for when Texas Chainsaw launches and all that. Okay, so toughness. Toughness is not to be confused with strength. True toughness is fortitude, built from character, and in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, it's not simply a health pool. While toughness does help you sustain more damage before becoming incapacitated, it also shortens your recovery time, giving you a higher all-around survivability. Alright, I wonder if that also helps you break out of traps quicker and stuff like that. Endurance. Similar to toughness, endurance encapsulates more than just the stamina pool. Endurance in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre will help with the overall stamina while also speeding up your stamina regeneration rate, getting you back to full speed faster. Strength. Strength determines how effective a victim is at confronting family members. Strength can alter the stun effect duration for actions such as sneak attacks, grappling in close encounters, and bursting out of hiding spots. Strength also assists victims in certain interactions like escaping restraints, opening crawl spaces, and turning off the generator. So, okay, does everyone have head on in this game or something from DBD? You can burst out of hiding spots, and your strength affects how long you stun the family member for once doing so. That's kind of cool. So if you're ever in a locker, I was always scared, like, there doesn't look like there's more than like 4 lockers in the basement of the house. They're just going to go down there and check them all and find everyone right away, right? But I guess if they come up to your locker, you can just burst out, and if you have a high enough strength, you'll stun them for a long time. Maybe? I don't know. I need to see how this gameplay, like, really works. I want a full match so I can break it down. Because I'm still afraid of the balancing of the game, but I have faith. I have a lot of faith. Proficiency. Proficiency is the gauge we measure a victim's ability to accomplish skilled tasks and interactions, such as lockpicking. And we do know that the cook can place lockpicks on, or place locks on doors. I think everyone can in the family, but he has the most locks available in his inventory and can take them off of other doors and put them on doors. While higher proficiency victims can pick locks more easily, lower proficiency victims still can pick locks, they just might struggle a bit more with the interaction. Stealth. Stealth is everywhere in Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and as such, the stealth attribute is a bit more specific than the general stealth that all victims are capable of. This attribute influences the victim's ability to perform actions silently, generating less noise while accomplishing tasks, like probably lockpicking. This does not, however, affect the general stealth used in-game, such as hiding from family members and staying in the shadows. Okay, so that's good to know, that not one victim is better at hiding in shadows and crouch walking and stuff. It's just for completing actions and the noise you make while doing so. Which is like lockpicking, probably shutting doors, hiding in lockers, maybe working on a generator and pushing buttons. We've seen actions like that in the game. While all of our victims have their strengths and weaknesses, players have access to the full metagame, which can be extremely powerful in terms of customizing your loadout to feel unique and play the way you would like to. While metagame will never make a Connie into a Leland, players can tinker with builds to address areas of particular victims they feel they need to boost. Alright, so very cool. We went over Anna, her description. These are now we know what all the attributes actually mean. And we went over her ability. Let's hop on to the next victim, who is Leland McKinney. He is 6 feet tall, 18 years old, 190 pounds, from Georgetown, Texas. While Leland might have wrestled in high school, college life is a long way from high school and its glory days of wrestling. He is the strongest of the group, but okay, well, I guess they did give the strength to a guy character. But toughness for Anna. I still like that. The strength is no replacement for actual toughness and comes at the cost of stealth. Equipped with the lifesaver ability, he is still no match one-on-one against the likes of the Slaughter family, and therefore his capabilities benefit from teamwork with his peers. Alright, so probably one of the lowest stealths in the game, but lots of strength for fighting. Alright, so lifesaver. Leland can throw his weight around, literally. Use the lifesaver ability to bump charge a family member, stunning them. Leland can use this ability in a variety of ways to interrupt an otherwise fatal clash with family for himself or his friends. Okay, so he just kind of bops them a little bit and stuns them. That's pretty cool, I guess. Seems like it's going to be kind of annoying as a family member if you ever run into this dude. Just press a button and boom, you're stunned. Don't know how that's going to work. I need to see gameplay again, but it sounds like a good ability. Just like a kind of get out of jail free card, I guess. Alright, next victim, Julie Crawford. 5'7", my height, let's go. Representation, short king, short queen. 140 pounds, 21 years old, my age. Representation, San Clemente, California. That's from where I'm from, except not San Clemente. Ultimate escape, instantly win the match. Instantaneously when you press the button. No, okay, we'll go over the ability in a second. Julie is a Southern California native with a sand, surf, and sport lifestyle. Whether or not she's prepared for the stress and strain of this experience that requires a different type of endurance remains to be seen. Will her physical fitness be enough to carry her through? The ultimate escape ability will definitely help by temporarily reducing stamina drain and making her harder to track, giving her a chance at a mad dash for safety. So super high stealth. Even though it seemed like her whole kit was around endurance, she also has a pretty middle of the ground endurance as well. And just seems like kind of balanced all around except strength. Probably can't stun as much, but is better at running and escaping. Alright, let's go over where her ability is. Ultimate Escape sure sounds like a hell of an ability, and Julie the sporting type makes great use of it. When activated, Julie cannot be tracked by the family, while also getting significantly reduced stamina drain while sprinting for a short time. Okay, that's good. So Johnny with his footstep and the cook with his scouting ability both cannot track her, and she can just sprint everywhere. Very, very cool. I like that ability a lot. That might be my favorite so far. And having the highest stealth, she can probably run around the map and do a bunch of tasks very quietly as well. She might, yeah, she might be my favorite so far. She just like me for real. All right, Sonny Williams, or Sonny, probably, I don't know. Sonny Williams, 5'11", 160 pounds, 19 years old, from Pearland, Texas. Sonny might have a slightly smaller frame, but he more than makes up for that with his intellect. He's not only book smart, he's quick on his feet and quick with his decisions. Perceptive and exponentially situationally aware. Oh my gosh, I can't read today. Sonny will need to rely on his intelligence to survive, and his friends would be wise to reap the benefits of his abilities. His heightened sense ability helps him tune into the surroundings and detect noises made by anyone nearby, so he is like the cook, basically. Very high endurance. I like that. I like that a lot. And very high strength. Like this dude, for being so scrawny, he can stun people for a long time if he uses his strength well. Alright, so heightened sense. Sonny, our intellectual, has the heightened sense ability. Triggering this will give Sonny a situational awareness buff, allowing him to detect noise made by anyone nearby, pinpointing their location and tracking their movements. Okay, so I kind of already went over that. Very cool. I like the high endurance. Might also be a character I look into. Alright, and the final victim, Connie Taylor. 5'6", 120 pounds, 20 years old, from Paris, Illinois. Connie comes from a life on the farm where she never shied away from the work that went along with it. While not quite what you'd imagine a tomboy to be, Connie relishes in being the type of person that will surprise you with her skills. High proficiency means she's crafty, intelligent, and ingenuitive. A natural tinkerer, her skills are more surgical than strong arm, and her focused ability can crack a lock instantly. Ooh, okay. I thought it was going to be like maybe you can place a lock on a door, like a family member, but it only works against family members. And she's kind of just balanced all around in between, but probably, yeah, has the highest proficiency of anyone. And if we go back, I kind of forgot what proficiency was. Oh yeah, it's how fast you can like lockpick and complete tasks. Okay. Alright, and let's read up on Connie's ability. An ability that allows her to pick a lock much faster at the cost of stamina and her family proximity warnings without consuming the unlock tool. At the cost of stamina and her family proximity warnings? Okay. Yeah, it doesn't consume an unlock tool like a lockpick. What does it mean it gives off family proximity warnings, or does it take away family proximity warnings? I don't really know what that means. Maybe it just means it makes the focused ability, once you use it to instantly crack a lock, it makes a lot of noise. So they'll probably hear it through walls. Anyways, that is all the victims in Texas Chainsaw Massacre so far. I don't think we're getting any more revealed before the game actually comes out. But 5 family members, 5 victims. You can play as 4 victims in a match and 3 family members, so you'll see 7 in a match altogether, which is kind of crazy, right? 4 victims, 3 family members. I think this game is a 4v3. I'm pretty sure. Maybe even a 5v3. I forgot. Honestly, I forgot. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the breakdown video. Once there's more information about this game, I'll be breaking it down here on the channel, so stay tuned for that. And I'll see you guys in the next video very, very soon.